Hey guys, it's Lizzie here. So today I thought I'd show you these eyebrow colours from Makeup Obsession. They're all relatively new and what I decided to do was to get 6 shades. But actually in each one there are 2 colours, a lighter and a darker version. Either they're both cool toned or both warm toned, which is quite nice. I think there was about 9 or 12 different colours to choose from. And basically if you've never bought from Makeup Obsession before, you get a case which is sort of refillable, it's empty. This is one with 6 components and then it's got a big mirror. You can see my camera there. There are ones with 12 and possibly another size too, and they come in lots of different finishes. So I got the black one, but there are pink, white, silver, gold, everything you can think of. And then these individual eyebrow shades really. There are also lots of eyeshadows, there are highlighters, contours, there are now lip colours or blushes, you know, cream based products. So I thought I would just depot these for you, show you how this system works and swatch the colours as well. So here's the inside of the palette. This particular palette with the 6 sections is £4 and all of these eyebrow colours were £2 each. So once you open them up, you just have to push the product from the bottom and it comes out like that. And then we can slot it into our palette and just press it in. And it's nice and secure in there. You can, we'll see, yep, you can turn it upside down and it's not going to come out. So there we go. So I'll just depot the rest. So there we go, I've just put all the colours into the palette. I've gone for cool toned ones across the top, going from light to dark, and then warm toned ones across the bottom. So I'm now going to swatch all the colours for you. I'm going to start with the top row from lightest to darkest and then work my way across the bottom row. So these first 2 are the colour Taupe, medium brown, and that's Granite. The next 3 warm tone ones are soft brown, medium brown, and Auburn. I'm just going to go back over them now and swatch them again. As you see, some of them are quite pale, which I think is actually really perfect for brows because the idea is to be able to build them up. So we'll see if they do that. So I'll start with the first one again. Yeah, so with that, pretty much all of them got quite a bit darker then, so that's perfect really for brows. This particular shade in the Auburn is really dark and very pigmented, so they would all make really lovely transition colours as well, and there's quite a lot of ashy tones here which are perfect for people with fair hair or blonde hair, or like myself who dye their hair, that I dye mine such a bluey purple that I quite often want a grey based brow, so like these sort of Granite shades would work quite well for me. So I thought it would also be a good idea just to do a quick demo of the products so you can see them in action. Now I'm going to use medium brown, which is the top one. Oh look, there's me in the mirror. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to start with the darker shade. I'm trying to hold it so you can't see the light. Start with the darker shade of medium brown. For this I'm going to use NYX's eyebrow brush, which is number 18. So firstly I'm going to do the line at the base of my brows. Now my brows are dyed navy blue, so yeah, it's not going to match my brow hairs, but that's absolutely fine. And then I'm going to draw it downwards, so I'm just following the direction of my hair. A really thin amount of product, but you can already see the difference that that's made. And with the swatches we saw that they weren't completely pigmented like an eyeshadow, you know, not really fully pigmented, like what you'd expect from an eyeshadow, I guess, which I personally think is quite a good thing for brows because you want a nice soft wash of colour to start with, and you can always make them more intense by applying the product wet or just by doing another layer. Whereas with an eyeshadow, I very rarely want a non-pigmented one. So I've done the top and the bottom now. I'm just going to define the tail a bit more. I'm going to start brushing this colour upwards. And then this is where I'm going to take that lighter shade within the duo. There you go, that's the difference. So the last thing I'm going to do is take NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. I'm just taking that on a disposable spoolie because this is from my professional kit, as I quite like to use a tinted brow gel most of the time because my eyebrows aren't dyed. But for today's purposes, I wanted to use a clear one so that the brow colours themselves show through. So I'm just going to brush the hairs up and out. This will help set them in place and sort of keep them in the direction that you like. So my overall conclusion of the Makeup Obsession brow colours is that I think they're fantastic. I think they're really well pigmented. I think they've blended really well into each other, those two shades that I used from the medium brown colour. I really love the idea of having this refillable palette that as and when you get through the shades you use the most, you can just pop them out and replace them. And they're £2 each, so it's an absolute bargain. And the fact that you get those two shades for that £2 already is brilliant. So yeah, overall I think they look great. I quite often fill in my brows with a pencil and a tinted mascara, but I genuinely think this was a lot easier and I think it looks a lot more natural. You have to excuse the fact that my eyebrows are so wonky. This one is so pointed compared to here, but there's not much I can do about that. So thank you again for watching and I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you've tried any of their products. Like I mentioned before, I absolutely love their eyeshadows. They're incredibly pigmented and they're almost like foiled looking. Oh, they're fantastic. So thank you again and I will see you very soon. Take care, bye bye. Oh no, Piggy.